Egypt has accused Netflix of misrepresenting history by casting a Black woman to play Cleopatra, its most famous historical figure, in a new docu-series called Queen Cleopatra. This docu-series is set to be released on May 10th and features African-American actress. She's actually of mixed race, Adele James. She is cast to play Cleopatra, the lead role in this docu-series. Now, the streaming giant Netflix says this is a nod to the centuries-long conversation about the ruler's race, but which officials in Cairo have dismissed as blatant historical fallacy. Egypt's Ministry of Tourism argued that the documentary nature of this film or of this feature requires those in charge of its production to investigate accuracy and rely on historical and scientific facts. Now, he goes on to say coins and statues from the time show a light-skinned woman in keeping with Cleopatra's Macedonian Greek ancestry. Now, this is what the Egypt's Ministry of Tourism is saying. He actually used the word light skin. Well, as you can imagine, the filmmaker and series director, Tina Haravi, she had a few choice words about the racism and colorism that she has received for casting a Black actor as Queen Cleopatra. A decision she made, she said, following decades of academic discourse about Cleopatra's roots. And she asked this question: why shouldn't Cleopatra be a melanated sister? And why do some people need Cleopatra to be white? Her proximity to whiteness seems to give her value. And for some Egyptians, it seems to really matter. And this is what the director said. She went on to defend Adele James' casting by saying that historians can confirm that it is more likely that Cleopatra looked like Adele James than Elizabeth Taylor ever did. Now, remember, Elizabeth Taylor notably played Cleopatra in an Oscar-winning 1963 movie about the Queen. Now, this director says she doesn't remember the entire country of Egypt demanding that the film starring Elizabeth Taylor be canceled. This story is so shocking and appalling. There were actually 100,000 people who signed a petition that Netflix cancel this series. And both the director and the actress Adele James, and I think even Netflix, had to turn the comments section off of their social media because they were getting bombarded with so many racist and vile comments. Finally, Adele James had to, clap back and say, look, we need to have a conversation with ourselves about colorism and the internalized white supremacy that Hollywood has indoctrinated us with. Now, this is actually a statement by the director, not Adele. Adele said, look, if you don't like the casting, then don't watch the damn show. Well, she didn't say damn show, those are my words, but that's how I'm feeling about this. I am just stunned by this, again, that this entire country would be out front arguing that somehow a Black woman playing Cleopatra is so offensive to them. And then they made this statement. I read a statement by someone from the Egyptian government that this is no offense to Black women. Well, guess what? It really is. It really, really is. And it's just unthinkable, the kind of energy and time that's being put into their protest about Adele James. When Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra, there were two white women in the running for this role for Cleopatra in this feature as well. And I can remember growing up, everybody we saw on TV was white, from Santa Claus to Jesus. So now all of a sudden a Black woman gets a role as Cleopatra and a whole nation wants to rain down on her, and the internet's gone crazy, lost its mind, all these abusive, horrible statements, even the use of the N-word, to the point where Adele James had to turn off her comments on her social media. We got to do better, America. We have to figure out a way to rid ourselves of this internalized white supremacy, because it impacts us in just about everything that we do in this nation. I'm still scratching my head about this controversy. that shouldn't be a controversy. And when we should be celebrating this young, talented actress, we are now trying to protect her from vile racist statements. That's happening, y'all, in real time.